Thank you once again, Shirley and Renee, for getting us started while I was trying to get logged in. Okay, so welcome everyone once again. We're going to go ahead and get started with our new series for March. Is A Taste Around the World, as we mentioned. So we'll be here for the next couple of Thursdays, also March 17th and 24th, same time. So just to give you all an introduction to Advocates, in case we have anyone new on the Zoom today, Advocates for Community Wellness is a faith-based, non-denominational, holistic health promotion and nutrition education ministry without walls. So we bring wellness programs to you where you live, work, learn, shop, play, and worship. So we focus on educating and promoting health, nutrition. We offer healthy cooking classes, wellness programs, and then teaching the relationship between diet, health, and chronic diseases. I am today's moderator. My name is Sharia Moore Houston. I have been with the organization for about a month now, a little over a month as a community engagement coordinator. I have 20 years experience in the nonprofit sector. I like to say I've done some of everything. I've worked with a lot of different nonprofit organizations, local, national, and international, from UIC as a public research university, as well as the Salvation Army, administrative offices and whatnot. So I'm a former development manager and office administrator. So development meaning fundraising for nonprofit. So I've worked with special and annual events, fundraising, as I mentioned, self-taught and graphic design, volunteer coordination, human resources, and office management. I have a master's in nonprofit administration from North Park University, and I have 3 certificates as well in nonprofit. The mission of Advocates for Community Wellness is improving eating habits for a healthier lifestyle, increasing longevity and the quality of life. We have 3 main goals. One is to increase the consumption of vegetables, fruit, and whole grains. And also the second one will be to encourage a more nutrient-rich diet plan for better health and to reduce risk factors of chronic diseases and illnesses. And then the third one is to obtain a healthier weight through consumption of plant-based nutrition. As we go deeper into our presentation, I want to first give you a disclaimer here, our waiver and consent. Basically, our presentation is for education purposes only. We don't intend for you to take this information and have it to replace the advice that your medical provider would give to you. Our instructors basically are advising based off their credentials or their experience and their training that they have in a particular area. So keep in mind that if you decide to go ahead and use the recipes that are provided, we will provide you with the recipe. You may need to modify it based on your personal health. And for example, if you have any particular allergies to the ingredients. So keep that kind of stuff in mind. Our presentations are recorded. So this one is being recorded. You can turn your video and audio on or off according to your own discretion. So I wanted to give our today's presenters a chance to introduce themselves. First of all, today we're going to have both the culinary experience and mealtime discussion. The culinary experience will be led by Dr. Renee S. Thornton, known as Renee the Barber. And then also Ms. Shirley Cook is going to do the mealtime discussion. So I want to give you all a chance to introduce yourself. We'll start with Dr. Renee. It's a brief introduction.
Well, good morning, everyone. Glad to see everyone, smiling faces. All right. As mentioned, Sharia Moore said that my name is Dr. Renee Thornton on social media. I'm known as Ms. Renee the Barber. And just a few short years ago, I started a YouTube channel where I do multiple things. Healthy living was added to my name, Ms. Renee the Barber. So I started off on a weight loss journey using a plant-based diet, and it worked really well. Then when the pandemic hit, I kind of leaned off that wagon. So I'm glad to be connected again with Advocates for Community Wellness, because now that's going to get me back on track. So it's a pleasure to be with you guys today. I am a person who loves to cook. I'm a mom, and I love the creativity of cooking, the flavor, the presentation, and that's what drives me.
Okay, thank you, Renee.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to have you. Okay, so now, Shirley, if you can give us a brief introduction as well.
All right, thank you. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. One of my favorite scriptures from Proverbs 3 and 6. My name is Shirley Mims, and I'm a woman of faith. I am a wife to my best friend Floyd, and a mother of two grown children and one grown grandson, and I love them all very dearly. As my career journey started, I have always enjoyed helping others. I have worked with Del Kane for approximately 10 years plus. And later on, I started my own business as a wedding consultant. And since then, I have retired. I have enjoyed all of my roles as I continue my career as a secretary at one time for the large companies in Chicago downtown. I have also worked with Hilton Hotels Corporation for 21 years. I feel like I'm living my best life despite what is going on today. The Lord has ordered my steps, and I've got some exciting news. I'm coming back to give a flavor and to help wherever needed with advocates for community wellness. I'm very excited about that because this was dear to my heart, and I'm coming back. It is my pleasure to serve God's people, and I look forward to seeing you all again and again and again. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley.
All right, God
Welcome
bless.
back. So as we are a faith-based organization, we do like to start our presentations or include in the presentations a biblical reference. So the one for today is from Thessalonians 5, verses 16 through 18. And this is the King James Version. And it says, "Rejoice evermore, pray without ceasing, and everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus concerning you."
Amen.
Yeah, so just a review from last week, just as we go forward. Last week was Cancer Awareness and Prevention Month. And so our series was focused on our diet and foods in terms of healing versus what causes cancer. So we looked at foods that cause cancer or that harm. And we also looked at foods that heal or contribute to healing. We looked at vitamin C in particular in the last meeting as a potential for boosting our immune system. So we looked at increasing our citrus fruits. So oranges, for example. Yeah, I took some notes here. So, and then we talked about berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, increasing those types of fruit. And then also kiwi and things like broccoli and bell pepper, things like that. So that's just a review. And this ties in very well to where we're going. Like this month now, we've been promoting that this is National Nutrition Awareness Month, but it's also National Triple Negative Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well, which is very good because this month we launched our new program, which is a cancer awareness and survivorship program. Our new program is called Along the Journey, and it's specifically for that. So I'll talk more about that at the end. But so all of this is tying together very well. And then so today we're going into Taste Around the World, where we're going to talk about tying all of that together as well. So the different foods that tie into health with cancer awareness and nutrition awareness and triple negative breast cancer. So we'll go ahead and get started. Our learning objectives for today, we're exploring different cuisines, not just for today, but for this series. We're looking at flavors, spices, and herbs. So we're going to have a chance to look at some of the spices and herbs and whatnot that are going to be used in today's culinary experience. So we're going to do the culinary experience, and we'll also talk about the different ingredients or the flavors that were used as well. And from a health perspective, like what are like the benefits and things like that. And we can go into a discussion. Just to let you know, a lot of times we get really excited in discussing content for the meetings. And so at the end, we do have a chance to have what we call an after talk. So people like to stick around and we'll discuss more if there's any questions. That's only about 15 minutes. So keep that in mind. You can ask questions, but there will be a time at the end where we'll go deeper into being able to just talk more. Okay. So Renee, if we can get prepared here, we're going to go into our culinary experience, and we're doing a low-fat chicken curry. We really are plant-based. However, So just keep in mind, and I think Renee is going to talk about that as well, that you can swap out the chicken for other things like mushroom and potato, whatnot. But Renee will go ahead and do that.
Back again, Healthy Living with Ms. Renee, the barber. Now, in today's video, we will be making a dish that is inspired by the Indian cuisine. We will tend to interpolate the Indian seasonings such as gram masala and curry into the cooking techniques and methods. Now, this dish will be made easy and quick for any day or night of the week, and the entire family can enjoy. Now, if this is your first time visiting Healthy Living with Miss Renee the Barber, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you for staying with me on my journey. Feel free to hit that like button, share with a friend, and if you do decide to make this recipe, take a picture and send it to me just by adding hashtag Healthy Living with Ms. Renee the Barber. That could be on Facebook as well as YouTube. And if you feel so in your heart, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys. I have to give a special thanks to Mrs. Dale Kane, co-founder of Advocates for Community Wellness, an organization that is faith-based and Christ-centered, promoting health and disease prevention ministry without walls. For more information about this magnificent organization, I will be dropping the link down below in my description box, as well as the recipe for this dish. I also want to thank Mrs. Shirley Cook Mims, a dedicated and loyal viewer of Healthy Living with Ms. Renee the Barber. I want to thank her for her influence and ability to help me as well as others. Without any further ado, let's get into the recipe. So first we're going to prepare our pan. While the pan is heating, we're going to sprinkle a little salt, just a little, to coat the pan so the chicken does not stick. Lay our chicken breast on medium heat. Now I'm using just about 1 pound of chicken breast. This is pink Himalayan salt, so we're going to add a little pink Himalayan salt to this side of the chicken breast. Black pepper. Turn the chicken. And then we'll let sear for 3 to 4 minutes. The rougher you are with garlic, it just peels much better. The skin just peels off. So if you're one that have a difficult time taking that skin off of the garlic, just hit it a couple times. Be rough with it, and it will peel right off. Now, if you've been watching my channel then you know I have my garlic chopper, which I'm going to use tonight. if you are one that suffers from osteoarthritis, then this is something that you may want to invest in. I got this for about $5, $6 or $7, about $6 or $7 at Big Lots. And you just put your garlic in. And will it a couple times. See how it's chopped it up? Okay. So it holds, I forget how many pieces of garlic cloves. See how quick and simple that is? Love it. And you don't even have to dirty up a dish because you just empty it into your recipe from this little container on wheels. Now, I've never done 8 cloves, so I'm going to empty this right now. I want to specify the difference between a clove and a pod of garlic. Now, a pod and a bulb, you can use those interchangeably, but a clove is a wedge. It's a wedge shape of the entire bulb or the pod of garlic. And normally, in a bulb or a pod of garlic, there will be about 8 to 10, sometimes even more, 15 cloves of garlic. Those are the wedge shapes. So we're going to use 8 wedge shapes. That's the cloves. So 8 cloves of garlic. The reason why I'm cleaning it out now because this is all not just a garlic chopper, it is also a ginger chopper. So we have to make room for our ginger as well. Alright, so now let's work on our ginger. So we just need just about an inch. An inch is probably from your thumb, tip of your thumb to the first knuckle. So that's about an inch, like that. So we're going to cut that off there. Now, ginger can be stored in the refrigerator as well as outside the refrigerator. So we'll set that one aside. I mean, the flavor alone. Ooh, I love ginger. Now, you can leave the skin on. I'm just cutting some of the skin off. I'm not trying to cut all of the skin off, just some of the skin. Okay. And then we'll put it in our chopper and we'll mix it with our garlic. So we have some garlic ginger. Okay. I'm going to cut it down into 4 pieces, just like that. Just like that. And I'm going to put it in our chopper. I have some garlic still in our chopper. And I'm going to just sit it right there. I'm going to do this. I got to get some grip. Okay, great. Chopped. See that? Let's put some more in there. We'll put 2 little squares in. Close it and roll it. See, the wheels aren't gripping that surface, so I'm going to use my hand to grip. Now I'll open it and you'll see. Chopped. Did you get a good focus on that? Come on, camera, focus. There it is. Awesome. Just in seconds. Alright, so let's mix that into our bowl of garlic. That is the actual blade. That's the blade. You probably can't see the blade. That's the blade there. Let's show you right there. And I'm just going to scrape the inside out. And then we're going to get back to our hot pan and start to add our spices in and create a rich and flavorful gravy. So there we are, empty. Just toss it. Is the dishwasher safe? Just toss it in the dishwasher. Now let's remove our chicken. Both sides should be golden brown.
And like Sharia said, the chicken, if you're a vegetarian, plant-based diet, if you follow those diets, you can replace the chicken with mushrooms or potatoes.
So Renee, someone asked, what would be a salt substitute?
You know, I like lemon.
All right, so into the same pan, we are going to add our onions. This is our garlic and ginger blend, which we'll add to our onions now. And we'll let those saute until the onions are translucent, that raw smell is off, and we have it on very, very low heat. Very low heat. We're going to sprinkle some salt. Again, the recipe will be in the description box below this video. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, now's a good time. Healthy Living with Miss Renee the Barber. And we don't want to cook it too long because the ginger will burn. We don't want the ginger to burn. I wish you were in my kitchen right now. The aroma, ooh, wait, oh yeah. Better than Airwick, better than Glade, better than, I don't know, maybe better than Bath and Body Works. All right, so now the onions are starting to look translucent. We're going to go ahead and add our spices. 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. Two tablespoons of chili powder. 1 teaspoon of garam masala. And we're going to blend. If you can only imagine. Oh, good. Goodness. Yes. Excuse me, I get excited. So now we are going to add, I have 2 or 3 tomatoes. These are three tomatoes. So I've cut them into quarters and we're going to add those in. And we're going to stir. Now we will add our 1/4 cup of water. And stir. And to this, we will add our 1 3/4 cup of coconut milk. Now, if you do not want to use the coconut milk, you can use plain yogurt. I will have the recipe in the bottom of this video, in the description box. It smells simply amazing. We will allow it to start to boil. Now, while we're doing that, let's cube our chicken so it's ready when the gravy is ready. The chicken is tender, and I want to mention to you that the chicken that I'm using is boneless, skinless. And you can choose to use bone-in, but use the skinless chicken. People feel that the bone-in provides more flavor. All right, so the gravy is boiling. We're going to give it a good stir. And then we're going to add our chicken and let it simmer. So we're going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes, and then I'll be right back. Want to taste the gravy to make sure that it suits your taste buds. And if it is a little too sweet, then you will add a little bit more garam masala. And we'll stir. Now this should feed at least four servings. You should have 4 servings. Remember, we eat with our eyes, so garnishment is key. Presentation is key. Garnishment is key. So you can garnish, as I mentioned, with some cilantro, which I have. So we will garnish with our cilantro leaves. And we will also use our red peppers to give it the color. Thank you, Lord, for this food that we are about to eat. Amen.
Amen.
Then,
Save me
I hope
some.
you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did making it.
That looks so good.
If you love Indian
And
food,
it was good.
and even if you don't, this is worth trying.
Oh, yeah,
It's delicious. Absolutely. Absolutely delicious. Miss Renee the Barber would not fool you. Mm. Mm.
so good.
You serve this with brown rice.
Okay. I'm going to the screen, Renee.
Yeah.
Hungry.
And thank you, Shirley. And thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Mm.
All right. Beautiful. Very nicely done.
Very good.
Very good.
Thank you,
All
everyone, for
right.
stopping by, enjoying me. I mean,
All right, Renee.
Delicious.
Beautiful.
as I always say,
You're gonna be
excuse
something
me if I'm slurping, but honey, some of my famous lines. Come to mama.
there. Mama. I
Oh
gotta
yeah.
try that one.
Well,
All right.
mm,
That looks so good.
a complete meal. Mm, the meal is flavorful. Mm, it is awakening new taste buds. It is time to close out. I want to thank everyone for stopping by. Until the next video, here's to healthy living.
Very nice.
Very good job.
Very nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Very nice.
Thank you. So we had a couple of questions, and of course, like I mentioned, we are going to do some more questions at the end. But I think it's okay to. There were two questions in the. Oh, I need to get my battery. There were two questions. I'll go ahead and put those out there for you, Renee, while I get my battery charged.
Okay. Yeah,
So one was people wanted to know, did you use sweetened or unsweetened coconut milk? And then there was a question about, can you use almond milk? I'm gonna go ahead and let you answer that, and I'll grab my charger.
okay. Well, as I say in cooking, be creative. But so yes, you could probably use almond milk. Use it. Now for the coconut milk, I used 1 3/4 cup so almond milk. You may want to use just a little, depending on how you want your sauce or your gravy texture to thick or thin. Okay. You also asked, I did not use unsweetened coconut milk. And in place of coconut milk, another alternative other than the almond milk would be the yogurt. Again, depending on how thick or thin you like your gravy would determine how much yogurt you would want to use in that recipe.
Okay.
Was there another? And you mentioned the salt. Since I've been cooking on YouTube, sometimes as a salt substitute, I will squeeze lemon on the dish while I'm cooking, and it enhances the flavor of the food as well.
Okay.
Was there another question? I'm looking through the.
Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and get Shirley's mealtime discussion. Then we'll come back and see if there's any additional questions about what either of you presented at the end. Just because, so we have like 15 more minutes. I want to stay within our time frame here. Thank you again, Renee. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
thank you, guys.
It was very nice. Yes, it was.
Okay.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too.
Lunchtime.
Here's a snapshot of the ingredients. Again, this is going to be sent to you with the directions, so you'll get the full recipe in your email after the presentation. So now we're going to go into mealtime discussion with Shirley. She's going to talk about some of the ingredients that we saw, spices and whatnot. And I'll go ahead and let you begin, Shirley.
Okay, there were three spices that Chef Renee did use. And so she helped me with it if I pronounce any of them wrong. It was the turmeric powder. Is that right, Dale? Now, the benefit of this one, it improves your digestive and stomach health. So it's always good to kind of know what you're putting in there because it's just good to know. And then I think it was GERD. It's like a acid reflux. It also helps with that. And it does protect your pancreas from a disorder. So that's something. I've had some digestive issues just this year, and I've been to emergency a couple times with it. It's really, really bad. And I didn't know where it was coming from. So knowing a little bit about what you're adding to your meal is very important. The other one she used was chili powder. And the health benefit of this one is it does also support the digestive system, and it helps fight off infections. And it's also great for your hair and your skin. And most of the time, vitamin E is included in some hair products to help with the hair and the skin. The last one that she used, or these are the three that I'm speaking on, is Grandma, how do you pronounce that? Masala?
Garam masala. Garam masala.
Masala, okay. And this also helps with digestive, and it regulates your blood pressure. Blood pressure, and I have a little bit of that, because I'm older now. And so this was really, has really educated me because we just shake and we're not, we don't even know the benefit if it's good or bad. So it does help with digestive, and it also regulates your blood pressure, and it also improves your heart health. Your heart health. So these are the three the three spices that she used in her recipe today. And I didn't know anything about any of that until today. So the only thing I can say is try it. You might like it. And it'll make you feel better too. Chef Renee, do you have anything else to add to the spices?
Well, I wanted to mention, I've never, as I mentioned yesterday when I met with you, that I'm really not a real big fan of Indian cuisine. I have friends that simply love it. I thought it was too spicy for my taste buds, my palate, until I made this recipe. And I'm telling you, this recipe is delicious. I will make it again. The next time I make it, I will make it with the mushrooms and the potatoes. Yeah, all of those ingredients are just very healthy. That turmeric, the chili powder. I didn't realize chili powder has so many health benefits to it. Just a history of, numerous health benefits. I know that we did not cover the garlic and the ginger, but we know that also has a history of health benefits, from the common cold to, building your immune system as well. And both garlic and ginger do come in a variety of different ways, like paste, powder, juice, gel, oil. So you can easily infuse those into your foods as well. Now, the turmeric, as I mentioned, the chili powder, and the gram masala is spices that you can readily obtain at your local grocery store. So you don't need to make any special trip to a specialty store. So those should be easy to obtain. I just wanted to mention that. And also with this recipe, let's say you like the taste of the chili more than the other two. You just add a little in to adjust to your liking, to your taste buds.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Shirley.
Welcome.
So we do have more of these coming up for our series for March. The next one is going to be on the 17th, and then again on the 24th. Continuing with A Taste Around the World, we'll bring food from another place, different place each time. I did mention earlier, well, first of all, I do want to say we want to keep in contact. We'll be sending out messages to you. We don't send out a whole lot, but we're going to send the recipe, as I mentioned before. Our phone number and other contact information is listed here. We are in Chicago, so our phone number is 773-627-0703. Feel free to send us an email if you have any questions. Check us on our website, A4CW.org, and also follow us on Facebook and on Instagram at Advocates for Community Wellness. We do post about our upcoming events. We also post educational information as well. So definitely stay in contact with us. Renee also gave us her YouTube information as well. So go ahead and follow her as well. Thank you definitely for joining us. I did mention earlier, I made mention of a new program that we're launching, that we launched this month, Along the Journey, which is our cancer awareness and survivorship program. That information is on the website as well. So this is for patients and their families, those who have been recently diagnosed in certain communities in Chicago, who've been recently diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer. So we targeted the African Americans in Auburn, Gresham, Roseland, and Inglewood communities. More information about that is on the website. Thank you all for joining us. If you can stay for another 15 minutes, if you have any questions, we're going to go into our after talk.